upgrade one player, and that is Joe Schobert, who will play his last starting role for this season, because it is the last game of the season. We hope not to lose after we lost our first game. This game has no playoff implications for either team, but we're doing this for the stats. So now we know we are not unbeatable. So yeah. Oh, here's the last regular season game.
Today, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
First opened back in 2008, there's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in off a loss last time out, but still in the midst of a great season, winners of 8 of their last 10. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they come in off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Rodgers on the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Out comes the Indy offense for their first drive of the game, and leading them out, their new quarterback for 2020, the longtime Charger, Phillip Rivers.
Well, we've hit that bittersweet week of the NFL season. Season week 17. Come on, Brandon. Can he win me MVP? Can he do it here in this last game?
Well, he's got to make a strong impression here in the final week. It's an interesting race. My MVP ballot is at the top of my email right now, and I'm not voting. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now the first carry from Marlon Mack. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A look at the numbers for Mack from last week. 12 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity, because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
The rookie Michael Pittman, the intended receiver that time. And that'll make it third down. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
5 yards on the play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense, because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Jacksonville.
They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. That time a 9-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Rodgers on the return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And this certainly confirms all the chatter, just how big of a final weekend this is. For the moment, the 6th seed is theirs, but it'll take a victory to officially lock that down.
And we have to keep reminding ourselves that number 6, that's no longer the final seed. We go 7 deep in each conference now. But you're at the point now where you have to win to guarantee your spot. You don't want to get stuck scoreboard watching and hoping other teams can help you out by winning their games or losing their games. You got to take care of business yourself and erase all doubt.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. On 3rd down, Rivers. They'll run the screen with Mack. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
They'll run with a former Ole Miss Rebel, Jordan Wilkins. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd down, it's Wilkins. Yeah, looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
47-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 7.
From the gun, Rivers. And he's got his man Hilton. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Rivers to Hilton there, 1st down Indy. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Rivers hands this one to Mack. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he is close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 34. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run on first down. It's Mack. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jaguars 7, Colts nothing.
They'll run it with Mack. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive spans 13 plays, and the end result was a Marlon Mack touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And the Jacksonville offense on their way out again as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And you can see it's no race for the top spot. That's been decided. These guys will hope to get through Week 17 in one piece before they host a division round game in 2 weeks' time.
And I think that what they'll do is they'll be very selective about who plays in this game, all right? There's certain guys that maybe are starters, but maybe haven't played.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Justin Houston in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a carry for Mack. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. The Colts on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 15. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And to give this time to the tailback. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Caught by number
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Wide open receiver complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Rodgers on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Colts take over first and 10.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now, win the game. The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Third and short yardage, Rivers. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Rivers now to throw on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Extra point forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Rodgers on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Colts take over 1st and 10.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look 3.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Tackle made back at the
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Rivers, this one into the hands of Burton. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Rivers. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
With a 48-yard line. A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 40-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Good pickup there by Marlon Mack, and he was a 1,000-yard runner in 2019 and has been very consistent in moving the ball for the Colts. Last 2 seasons, at least 8 touchdowns rushing each year.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
To throw again, Rivers. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. That's into the hands of Pascal. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Rivers. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Looking to run with Mack. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Roosevelt Nix, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. A 10-play drive that time. 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 15. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. He's going to let this one go deep, and this is caught. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's got it. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. With touchdown number 27, that ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
If you did know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Rodgers on the return. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10.
Indy set to go on offense once more. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A play fake to Mack. Now Rivers. He's got Burton here. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. We'll begin out in Houston, and it's the Titans out in front in that one. Ryan Tannehill looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Next, we head off to check out another game. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. The Dolphins seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And that one all tied against the visiting Saints. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep, because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love?
4 verts.
4 verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep, and for him to show off that big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short pass, Eifert on the receiving end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
26-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 14. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now second.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down.
The ball carried by number 22.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try to run this one in. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Rodgers on the return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. 2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rivers. He'll get this one to Pittman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Rivers. And that's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
They go play action. Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
To throw on 3rd down. Rivers. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Second down and inches. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a handoff looking right. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Brings up second and 5 at the 23-yard line.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1 yard pickup there on second. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is third and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Rodgers on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. From the gun, Rivers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. The last time.
So here's the play-by-play. Okay, 39. Oh, just short. And we start the fourth quarter. Oh, 21 yards. Philip Rivers rushed for 3 yards. Knocked away by Nick. Oh, Trey Burton for 12. Dropped. 3rd and 2. First down for them. Oh, first down with the 2. Oh, Jordan gets a sack. Negative 3-yard rush, 4th and goal. And Nick Rugemer gets a sack this time. Warren, 9-yard rush. And I get 4-yard rush. 8-yard rush. 11-yard rush. 0. Oh, past the line, 3rd and 10. 9-yard rush. Oh, and punt. 8 yards. 10 yards. 21. 12. Oh, they're just marching down the field. Hopefully we get more sacks, right? Oh, incomplete pass. 1-yard rush. And, oh, it's a first down. 1st and goal at the 5. And Rivers rushes again. Yes. Another sack. 4th and goal. Oh, touchdown. Extra point is good, but there is only 3 minutes left. Why am I rushing? Let Warren rush. 35. Oh, he's sacked. Punt again. 49 seconds left. Sack again. 3rd and 16. And final play.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Jacksonville, they'll wrap up the campaign an impressive 15-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Colts, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Got a few upgrades. Warren has another upgrade. We'll go receiving back again. Nick Rugemer, after the fantastic amount of sacks, power rusher. +3 awareness. That's pretty good. I get an upgrade. Elusive. Oh, those are some good upgrades. +3 spin move. Josh Allen. Jessica Chenault. Jawan Taylor, our starting tackle. +4 morale bone. Gee, man. And I don't know who this McCray guy is, but +4 block shit for this guy. Alright. Okay, and let's just see. Final Playoff outlook. We are number 1. Colts made it 7. Alright. Well, that should wrap it up. Oh, and Dom Mosby's available to play again. Which is good news, so we will see who we play in divisional round next time.